First check. We only got about a third of our line put in last week, so we're checking traps, setting another third. Then the week after, next week, we'll be going out to set the last third. And as the season goes on, we'll be setting more and more wolf snares, wolf traps, 330s, filling in the gaps, marten traps, lynx traps. We got a whole lot of traps left to set, a whole lot more back in the sled. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's probably 35 below again, similar to last week. It warmed up quite a bit. It was about 40, 45 below last night and 50 below the day before. So we are just toasty warm today. The sun peeked up for a moment. You can see it shining on the trees over there, but for the most part, we're gonna be in the shade. So let's hit it. You can see there's been no snow at all since last week. Nothing. But we did have a fox pass the trail right back there. And a fresh set of rabbit tracks as well. So the animals are moving. Whether it's cold weather, warm weather, whatever animals are out here are always on the move. When it's cold weather, they're even a little more desperate. So this check should be decent. We're gonna move this snare and then we're gonna lift it and raise it up. Got the trail snare set back up. We chopped up bear fat. It got quite a bit to seed the line with and more in the back to be rebaiting 330s. Extra bait. Every 330 always gets another chunk of bait every week. Even if it's just thrown next to it, there's always fresh meat getting dropped near 330s. Dug out some bait. Oh. Add some more. Move on. Down there. You never know when one's gonna come through. You just never know. Make all the guesses in the world and all of a sudden nothing will come through in 2 weeks. So we're still the beginning. Bait gone. Some spots like this, we'll be stopping to chop bait. Chopping bait, or at least there's a little more than just throwing bait. Since we haven't had anything pass by here, we'll just snip a little bit off of this fur. Perfect. Seems like we're getting choked up in here a little more. Come the summertime, a few of these old trails will come through and we'll knock out one side of trees just to make it a little wider, a little easier to get through. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of piss right there. All that piss right there. We're gonna go set a wolf trap over in his foothold over there. That's a lot of wolf piss there. They came by and grabbed that bait and gobbled it up and pissed all over it. So let's get a trap set there. We'll make a few toggles out of this. A pole for a 330. You gotta make sure when you're making these toggles for wolves that you got a good 5 foot tall toggle. Anything shorter, they can pull it around trees and through brush. You gotta make sure it's long enough that it's safe to use. Got a number 5 double long spring. It's already strapped to the toggle. I'll go over and set this piss post set with using their own piss post, which is the best spot. And we'll hang a snare behind a different pole where they had walked at. We'll see how it goes. All right. You can see they walked right around here, but their main piss spot is right there. They landed in this way, all pissed away, and then took off in that direction. So Lord willing, they're back at a different spot right now, which would be perfect. Oh yeah, you can see that, you can see where the bait was. They took that for sure. So I got a trap set there. We'll drop some more bait and we're actually gonna drive on this side. And right now we're gonna go hang a snare over there. There's a perfect spot right on the other side next to that willow for a snare. We're gonna hang it a little lower so we can reach it. As low as we could go. And we got the snare back there. Now we just walk out of here. Most of the time I don't try to refill, I'll just knock it flat. In the dark is where we catch a lot with snares. Snares back there, trap over there. Move on by. You gotta make sure to drop a good chunk of bait next to that piss post to get them to piss there again. Anything they leave, they'll just piss on it out of spite. You got a few more toggles. Load them up. Move on. few wolves trotting down the trail. They got another trail over there too. That's a good sign. Ooh, it's hot, 30 below. It's almost sweating under all this gear. And there's Woo, first view of the mountain since takeoff in Venetie. All that timber. But it's poking up. Wolf stepped off the trail a ways back. So our trail ahead of us runs perpendicular and to the left. So where they dropped in, they well could have ended up at the other edge of the line. So here at the lake last week, I circled the outer edge. Wolves come around, they usually like to drift around the sides. So we gave them a spot to do that. Nothing yet. We only didn't connect this side over to there. It wraps all the way around. Right when I turn up here to connect this loop, that's where I'm going to throw bait off. So watch, I'll leave a little crisscross. So at this Y is where I'll throw that bait. They dig out here, I'll have a place to put a number 5 wolf trap. Nice to see rabbit tracks. Always nice to see rabbit tracks. Woohoo! Literally breaking trail. Our first double snare single trap set is right ahead. Trail is tight. Yeah, it looks like a fox came and stepped all over that trap. You see, he pushed down around the edge. He must have came in from back that way somewhere. That's a good way to gum up a trap, having a small animal walk all over it. But it's a pretty strong trap, so I'm gonna trust it. I just gotta add some snow to this side to make sure that the animals decide to step in the center this time. Good. Extra bait time now. I was only planning on throwing bait here, but since I stopped, I might as well give a little bit of chopped up into there. And nothing hit it yet. Nothing yet. All right, we'll throw one there, throw one back there, move on. Some old set locations like this one, I'll just keep dropping bait there. Where I had a 330 the other year. 330, I'll go back in there later. But man, this trail got some some blowdown trees all over it, even some big ones. But it's good. It causes the animals to have to go back and forth, and it's all natural. They fall on their own. I didn't have to chop them. So even that gives them a little more cockiness around it. More rabbit tracks. That's awesome. Lord willing, our rabbit population will bounce back. We haven't been able to really hunt them. Snare for rabbits in a few years. There's not enough of us trapping lynx, keeping the population down, that we can really do much. Oh, ravens came and ate here. That's okay. open to any kind of wolf trails, Wolverine trails, we'll go hang some snares on it. I hate leaving such a long area without snares and traps, but we're moving to connect this line. We'll be slowly every week putting more traps in. Just a bit frosty. Sun poking up. Bait's still in there. Yeah, a marten came and he took the bait off of here, so I'll go ahead and add a regular trap on there. And like I figured, he cleaned that sucker out too. Yeah. Got a thieving marten. We have another marten set down the way right before our next 3:30. So Lord willing, we got him there, but more than likely he's probably a smart one. I haven't caught one in a box on this side for a while. They stay clear of it, but now that he got used to going up there and grabbing the other bait, we'll go ahead and just put a trap there. Or actually, we're gonna make a cubby set right over there for a marten using this. At first we'll rebait this set and brush it in a little better. It looks like that marten even pissed inside of there. We're gonna definitely get that rebaited. Got a little extra meat, skin, and we'll use some of that skin to create a marten cubby over there under the marten box where he's already been. Instead of a regular set, I can see that he came up around quite a bit right down here on the ground. So we're gonna dig a hole right here and build a little marten cubby. Alright, so there's a marten little cubby made in a hole in the snow. A couple extra pieces of bait in it. And yeah, we'll see how that works. This bad boy is still set up here, but you can see this marten is wised up. He was probably one of the same bunch that passed through last year, wiping bait out of my sets. And the only thing that caught them last year was a ground set. So we remade the ground set. Let's brush this in a bit more too to see if it deters them. It's kind of odd. Sometimes marten, I don't know why they would care about pushing through stuff, but if they don't like it, they might as well do it, right? But anything we do like this, you have to make sure that if it snows in too hard, that we break it apart so that the springs can still fire. And if they can fire inwards, that's a good thing too. To the next. So I got a rig on my chest to hold the camera, and this connects to the camera and connects to my chest. And it might be a little hard to see, but yeah, it just sheared apart. That's what happens with plastic in the cold. So we hit this long skinny lake right here, and we're gonna have a little bit of a bait station, like a bird bait station here. We're gonna take some bait and we're just gonna chop it up into the ground, and just to try to get ravens to this area. If ravens come to this spot, wolves cross through over here, lynx. There have been the last couple of years a couple fox dens back in here too. So if we can get all the animals to come out to see what the ravens are doing, we'll have more activity crisscrossing this lake. And the more activity we have wherever we're at, the better. Get some sets put in next time around. And yeah, we're gonna change out this junky thing. This is crazy that it broke on me. Oh, a lot of fun. The joys of wintertime and cheap plastic. Swap it out and chop it up. Chop the bait into the ground, just kind of chopped in, step back, chopped in, step back, chopped in over and over and over again. Threw a little bit here and there. We got some more, a lot more snares. Last week I crossed on this side. This week I'm gonna cross on this side and see if there's any game trails going back and forth I can set on. So I ripped off my kill switch. I must have been reaching and pulled back last spring and ripped that right off. So I'm gonna have to get that replaced sometime. Up to our last set. From this set on, we'll be setting stuff. There'll be nothing else to check on this run. Woo! Trail's getting tight. Talking away. Oh, thank you, Lord. Look at that. Thank you, Jesus. Look at that. The last set down the way. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, good day, good day. Every day out here is a good day, but oh man, when you got a catch like this, oh, that takes the cake. Look at that. That's a decent sized Wolverine. He's a darker one too. Yep, he's a darker, which is the ones I like. I mean, it's cool to catch a really nice blonde one, but when you catch a dark one that you almost never see anywhere else, it's something special. And this side of my line has caught more than a few dark Wolverine. And you can see that, how I staked it. You see the stakes right here? I mean, look at that. It's solid. So there was not much he could do once he crawled into that 330. He wasn't gonna roll away with it, nothing. Look at this, solid. So we're gonna dig him out. Those long guard hairs, you gotta be careful. You can't mess around. You gotta make sure you get underneath it, pull the snow up with it, that you don't damage one whole side of it. Don't be going and ripping that thing off the ground. It's not worth it. It's worth it. Take a little time. All right, we dig under with a stick, pull them off. Ooh, that's a decent sized male there for sure. Oh man. You know, it's a good sized Wolverine. When you're carrying it, you're like, oh. When you feel that, huh? All right, guys. Who's gonna take a guess at the weight on this? There's my boot, about a foot long. Big old male. He feels heavy. He feels heavy. Go ahead and put your guesses down in the comments. When we get back into town, we'll weigh it, and the weight will be in the next video. Oh man, that's awesome. Nice big dark Wolverine. So we have to pass by Venetie, a couple miles past Venetie, going up to set another stretch of line. So we're probably gonna drop him off so there's no damage done to him bouncing through that unbroken trail. Yeah, very nice. When we get out to the main trail up here, we'll cut some spruce boughs and make a little bed for him. So we got that Wolverine out of there. We have this set remade. Different 330 in there. More bait, more chopped up fur. And then we just throw a little bit of snow on the whole thing. Just like that. And like I said before, trust that you've done a good job and drive away. Came in and set this one up. It was pitch dark. I ended up driving right past it. I had to turn around and find my way back over. It's funny how much different everything can look in the dark, even though I've been up and down this trail a million times. Yeah. There's actually a gravel pit right out there, and then that's the main trail for the village, heading up to where we have our logs. We're just keeping an eye out for any fresh tracks of any kind. We're bumping to their set of lynx track. We'll put a lynx cubby in, and we have some lynx snares. We're gonna put a simple snare setup up a ways. We're another cross in the trail. From this point, we're going to be spinning around, driving back into town, or driving back towards Venetie, dropping off that Wolverine, and then heading up under the mountain in that direction. Next week, we'll go ahead and we'll tie this corner to that corner. But for now, we got enough time. It's about 2:30. The sun is going down, and we're gonna go set 330s up on the other side. Make sure any Wolverine that are passing by have a place to eat. Oh man, it's a great day. So yeah, we'll get this dug out. All my 330 sets are just completely buggered in with snow. But it's good though, because with all the snow, it makes this nice little fortified setup where they're less likely to dig in from the sides when they have a nice big opening here in the front. We'll get another 330 set in here and another 330 set. The wolves that were running down this way all turned around partway coming down this section of trail. So at the beginning of this trail, we're going to make sure that that 330 cubby has a wolf trap next to it. And we'll head back towards town, drop off the Wolverine, and head back straight out. Sun's almost down. Great day. way to my house. Dropped off the Wolverine. Now we're headed back out to hit another edge of the line before it gets too late. Sun's almost down. There's an awesome moon hanging over there. Not sure if you can see it, it's just a sliver. Very cool. Temperature still dropping, but that's okay. That won't stop us. I'm gonna hit the trail. Central. We've seen a few lynx tracks back down the road a ways where my uncle's trapping. Well, yeah, this is more rabbit tracks than I've seen anywhere one time in years. Awesome stuff. The set location down here has always done me good. It looked like it got crushed by the snow. Oh yeah. Like the creek isn't risen. That's a good thing. Packing down a trail. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like lynx too. Lynx, maybe a wolf walked through here. Let's give him a place to go with. We'll take out that set and hang a snare over there. Hey, look at that. We got lynx crossing going on here. Very cool. We got a turnaround spot here. There's a snare there, two back in that trail, and a 330 Conibear set right there, right into that snow pile. Just making sets for me as steep snow is. All right, back into the thick of it, hoping for an otter. An otter passes through this area every year, and every year I set 330s here. Catch Wolverine, but never caught an otter here yet. Oh, Lord willing, we'll get one. Time for lynx snares. This is a double snare trail set. This is the bait stick. tracking a trail through. Okay, we'll have a snare hanging on this end and a snare hanging on this end with the bait dead center about yay high. I help you make that bait just about head level along with the snares. Leave no track behind. I'm just kidding, with lynx they don't really care too much. There you go. Double snare set. We're at a spot where rabbits have been hanging out, and so we got quite a few lynx hanging around too. Most likely gonna gum up that 330 set, but that's okay. We have another to swap out next time around. Have a few more snares hanging in the trees around here. Pull them down and set them as soon as the wolves come through. It's gonna be good. Right over there, I have a wolf trap from last year, and where some lynx have passed through, packing down a pretty good trail. I'm gonna reset that wolf trap, get it down into that trail, see if we get the pan tightened up so that a lynx doesn't step in it, but for the size of some of these lynx, they might just do it. But let's get in over there and set it up. Even if he comes and steps on this trail, we should still catch him. And that trap has a piece of baling wire holding the pan on, so we might catch a lynx. But that's what we want to do too. Get this repacked up and walk away from this rabbit, and animals will be drawn from all over for them. Nice spot. Second to last Wolverine set. We have snares hanging all around in the brush here. We'll bait, move on, and wait for the wolves to come through before we hang any of these ones. All right, everybody. Whoo! Thanks for watching. We made it home. One Wolverine and a whole lot more traps set. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. If I haven't said it yet, God bless. And about the weight of the Wolverine, oh, you'll have to wait till next week. God bless. Good night.